What's up guys, my name is Brendan and today I want to talk all about the Raiz. Now Raiz was one of the hardest moves for me to learn. So to help you guys learn, I'm going to show two different methods. First things first, I'm going to walk through the move and be super technical, go through every body positions movement, and then we're going to work a progression chain. So if you're having trouble with the skill and you don't feel like you can do it right away, follow this line of progressions, which is an easy move followed by a little bit harder, and so forth until you get to the goal move, which in this case is going to be Raiz. So grab onto whichever method of learning suits you the best, but let's get into it. So the only prerequisites that I'm going to have for you guys is that you can do a handstand and that you can also do a Gumby. Now make sure you feel really comfortable with your Gumby. Try and do it super bridged and then try and do it more vertical. First we're going to walk through the Raiz. Now we're going to start in backside stance, and from backside stance we're going to do an arm windmill. We're going to start with our left arm and kind of step with our left leg. After we do that, we're going to bring up our right arm. Now remember, the inversion of your body is going to be told by how you do your arms in the beginning. So if your arms are here, you're not going to have an inverted Raiz, but if they're more overhead, it'll bring you a lot more inverted. That'll be easier for swings later on. Now we're going to drop that left arm, followed by our right, and at this point, everything goes to our left leg. That is the only thing I want you guys to think about at this point. Your left leg is going to be driving behind you super hard and super fast. That left leg and that heel kick between your right shoulder and your right ear is what's going to help you guys get power and get inversion with your Raiz. That's going to be the driving force later on when you throw snafu swipes and things. Getting that left leg to kick behind you between your shoulder and ear. Now after that leg kicks behind super hard and after you have your arms in front, we're going to turn. A Raiz has a turn in it, about a 180-degree turn. Now if you turn really early, it's not going to help you that much. You want to do that set portion, that left leg kick, and then all we're going to do is turn at the hips and turn our chest towards the floor. Now we're going to be slightly inverted here. All it is stepping behind your back. Now whenever we finish our Raiz, we want to land in an eagle position. So having your arms back, taking your elbows, imagine there's a string connecting your elbows and you want to pull them tight. That is going to help a ton in getting your right leg all the way back, ready to swing. Now the engine of the Raiz is the left leg, but that trailing right leg has to be strong and stable. Now remember, your right leg is your takeoff leg, so you also need to put a lot of power. Make sure you push all the way through the balls of your feet, the ankle, and the knee. You want to use your quad and calf when you do any sort of jumping. Now that's the Raiz itself, and if you feel comfortable throwing the skill, worst case scenario, catch yourself. A Raiz is just a Gumby without hands. So do your Raiz, and worst case scenario, you do a Gumby. Train this or do a Gumby and go lighter and lighter on your hands until you can do it without your hands. There's different ways to learn every skill. In fact, now we're going to go into a progression chain for the Raiz. First, we're going to work Gumby. Now what that's going to do is it's going to give us the right inversion. Now playing with our Gumby and doing it bridged or very vertically will play with the inversion, get you more comfortable with the skill in a completely safe way. And it also teaches you that left leg kick, that left leg drive that you're going to need for your Raiz later on. Next, work your tornado kick. Now tornado kick is like a vertical Raiz. It's the same footing. You start with kind of a backside stance and you end in kind of a backside stance. You can swing a tornado kick and you can swing a Raiz. So they're analogous in a lot of ways. Working your tornado kick will help you learn your Raiz later on. After your tornado kick, what you're going to do is a lazy boy. So kind of the same motion of a tornado kick, but instead we're going to extend our left leg and push our hips forward and lean our chest back. This is going to get you more comfortable with the lean, and you can slowly inch your lazy boy into your Raiz and have it be flat, and then lean your Raiz all the way over to your Gumby axis. In my opinion, and this is just an opinion, anything between the horizontal axis of inversion and the vertical axis of inversion is a Raiz. So if you're anywhere in between there, that's fine. Wherever you feel most comfortable swinging, as long as you're within that range, it's a Raiz to me and I don't care. As long as you're comfortable and you feel safe and strong. I like my Raiz to be a little bit more inverted. I like everything to fall on a 45-degree axis, but that's my taste. You're going to have your own. And if that isn't enough, there's another exercise, another way you can learn your Raiz, and that's by going through the Gumby progression. So you can start with a Gumby, and then work your Sailor Moon. So that's a Gumby, but only with your first hand. Only with the right hand if you twist to your left. goes down when you work the Sailor Moon. Work it very flat, work it very inverted, and then you can work your touchdown rise, which is a rise with your left hand. I even already made a tutorial for touchdown rise where I talk about working the Gumby progression. Now you can also then go from Sailor Moon and touchdown rise, do like a Sailor Moon touchdown rise, kind of slap your hands on the ground, and then you can just throw your regular rise. There is thousands of ways to learn any move, guys. I showed you like 4 there, or 3. Use them however you see fit. I want these tutorials to be really in-depth and for you guys. Thank you so much, guys, for suggesting Rise. Let me know what you want next week's tutorial to be on. I really do want to do this for the people. Now, if you guys don't know what I mean when I say that, is these tutorials are funded by the community for the community. The way that this works is I select a tutorial that someone has suggested. There's like a huge list on my computer, as well as the comments that are constantly being fed in, and then I take one of those and I make an entire tutorial on it. I want to spread tricking knowledge as much as I can, and I do this for free every week. Now, how you guys can support that if you choose to is through a monthly subscription on Patreon or through just a one-time donation. Now, with the monthly subscription to Patreon, you get rewards, like you can get a personal sampler analysis from me, and it also gives you private one-on-one time with me and so forth. So you guys can check out all that if you want. Now, there is no pressure to check out all that. These tutorials are going to keep coming out every week, but I want to be a professional tricking coach, and if you guys support me in doing that, and if you guys want to learn tricking, please hit me up. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much again to the current patrons. Now, if you guys didn't know, they're the ones that funded the website that I'm hosting all of this on, howtomastertricking.com. If you guys haven't seen it, please check it out. If you guys don't know, Trickstrong Gathering is happening right now. It is the end of the tour. Please check out all the footage that comes out of that. It is going to be sick and it is going to be amazing. I cannot tell you how excited I am. Thank you guys so much. Thank you again to the patrons, and have a lovely day.